Todd, other than the 3 goals you were able to score in the second period, what stood out for you as to why your club was able to do what they did at that span and be able to win this game?
Well, I think first of all, we touched on it yesterday. It's easier to be the road team. I'm convinced of that now in these events. San Jose, we're the home team. There's way more distractions. It feels like it's a bit of a circus sometimes when you're the home team. So we were able to just focus. We had a good practice yesterday. Our penalty kill was exceptional. This team lit us up in the exhibition season, and there were some things we had to fix. And we did that. Goaltending was fine. Good team effort.
Chris up front.
Todd, how did you think the guys handled the 2-hour delay?
Thought they were fine. Everybody was excited about playing the game. They, in the back of their minds, knew something wasn't going to go off at 2 o'clock. With the amount of sun that we had in practice yesterday, there was a good chance there was going to be a delay. They came to the rink. They stayed loose, casual in the locker room, continue to have a good memory about the game plan, I guess. And when it was time to play, we played. And again, I think that favors the visitors.
Stay up front with Arthur.
Todd, I don't want to make too much of 3 games, but it seems that over the last little while, and you mentioned yesterday how happy you were with the way that your team played against St. Louis. It seems like what used to be a weakness for this team, you know, being able to play defensively, being able to lock teams down, is slowly becoming a strength. Do you think it's fair to say that at this point, or are you comfortable saying that?
Well, I think we have to give our players some credit, and you can't continually tie this group of individuals to the past because we're a different group. One player change makes us a different group. But we have done a fairly good job. I thought we started the season sloppily and won games. We gave up a lot of opportunities and chances. We were very sleepy and casual against Buffalo, and we went after the group pretty hard. But after that, we responded well, and we played 2 pretty good teams here, 3 pretty good teams over the last little bit, and played the game a lot better. Do we make mistakes? Of course we do. And when we do, we seem to have a goaltender that makes some pretty good saves, which is nice to have. But we're a growth team. I wouldn't consider us a championship team or anything like that right now. We're still a growth team. We're learning how to do things. We're learning how to do it individually and collectively. I think players this year, I find, have accepted roles a little bit more. They kind of know when their time is going to be. You take Lander and Letestu, for example. They're patient enough. They know when their time is coming, and then they get out and they do their jobs. And instead of getting impatient on the bench, even some of our offensive guys, they know when their time is, and then they hand off the torch a little bit. So we're starting to develop that a bit as well.
It's right. Just if I could just get one more.
Sure.
Todd, considering the over here, considering the
I'll come back.
you know the deal with the delay, the planes flying over the anthems, all the ceremonies and stuff that was part of that game, the scene. When it came time to drop the puck, it looked like they ignored all that stuff and got right to the 2 points.
Yeah, and you know what? I think Winnipeg did as well. Both teams were ready. I think they're excited to play. I really do. Distractions and planes and all that other stuff, the music, the anthem, and Winnipeg did a tremendous job, by the way, but the city and the team putting it on. But both teams were ready to play. They were anxious to play. And both teams did a good job of putting it all aside and participating.
Go back to the front left.
Your team is, as of this very moment, depending on what happens in Vancouver, but you're first in the NHL standings right now. It's early, but is that something that you would point out to your team or accentuate with this group, considering how difficult it's been for so long here?
Well, players they're as bright and attentive to stats and standings and analytics as they've ever been. And by no means do I have to go in and post something up on the wall. They know what they've done over the last little bit. What's important for our group is we broke the season down into smaller segments, and we left a segment behind coming into this game, and we started a new one. And so as we continually turn pages throughout the year, we're going to have some good segments, we're going to have some average and some poorer ones. But this segment, it's allowed us to to get off on a good footing.
Todd, a shorthanded goal is always a bit unexpected and a bit jarring maybe for a team that gives it up. Can you talk about the value of that goal from Letestu and about him in general on that PK?
Well, our penalty kill has some success, I believe, because of Tess' mind, his ability to read the plays. He's a very cerebral player. He's positionally strong. He anticipates plays. Not the fastest guy, but his smarts allow him to get into position to kill plays, but also to get those breakaways. Having a right-handed face-off guy is real important there as well. So he has ability to settle things down, and again, he's accepted that role. He doesn't have to be a 20-minute player. He knows what he is, and he's accepted it. He's done a good job. The penalty kill itself came up big, not only with the short-handed goal, but almost in the same kill, we go down and Darnell steps out of the box and we score another one. So that's deflating. That happened to us earlier in the year. Our power play was sloppy. We gave up 2 shorties, and it stings. It takes a lot out of your team, and a lot of energy and passion goes out the window, and you got to start all over again.
Last question on the right.
Hey, Todd. One president picks up the phone, phones another, and says, hey, we're having an outdoor game. We want you to be our opponent. And yeah, great, for sure. But then at a certain point, it gets handed to you. It's your challenge to manage it all, and you get hired and fired from wins and losses. Do you get on the plane tonight sort of, wow, great, that was fun, I got my 2 points, and kind of sigh of relief, and let's get out of here?
Yeah, but I think we'd do that if we played at the MTS Center too. Like, we get the points, we jump on the plane, we get going, and we're happy. Tonight's a night full of memories for both teams. Win or lose, you have something you're going to talk to your kids about, your family. You're going to tell stories, success or failure. You'll remember good and bad things about it. These games are important for the fans, for the league, for hockey in general, but they're important for the players too. It's a different night. They look forward to it, and we do as well as coaches. And I think of my 2 experiences now at the outdoor games. The next one we go to, I hope we're the road team.